I talk to guys that are here that are, settled into that awesome spot. There is a vibe here as much as there's a reputation. And I know there is a negative side, but there's a negative side to everywhere. And there's people that are not cool everywhere. But for me, it's easily avoided. There's a lot of good vibe people and groups and things happening in this area that I like. I'm enjoying the area. I've met a ton of people that are into the same things that I'm into. If you're into hiking and outdoors and healthy, there's a social scene here that is big enough that you can figure out what works for you. I think having foreigners to connect with and relate with, for me, it's a good thing. I know there's a lot of guys that don't want to be anywhere around foreigners when they come to the Philippines or anywhere else, and that's fine too. But if you have never done that, if you think that's what you want, and then you come here and you go off into the province and you stay in a place where there are no foreigners, and because that's what you think you want, it's very different, and it might not be what you're expecting.
Do you want the latest information for Philippine expats and expat vloggers? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to this Sunday's edition of Expat News, where I cover the latest stories and events affecting expats and the expat vlogger community in the Philippines. Well, hi, I'm Eric, and welcome to my Island Expats channel. Just as a reminder, these expat news videos come out first thing Sunday mornings U.S. time. So let's start this week's edition with some recent highlights happening for both expats and expat vloggers in the Philippines.
Let's talk about our tropical system in the Western Pacific, and of course that is Julian, also known as Cretin internationally. Storm system lingering just off of the east coast of Luzon at this time. Now, good news, I don't expect this to make landfall. Bad news, it's going to be close enough where it's still bringing some of those gusty conditions, especially along the northern coastlines of Luzon. We're talking about Sinte and all the way out towards Apari, Signal Force 1 there. That's where you're going to see those winds possibly up to 90 kilometers per hour. But the bigger issue is going to be those continued heavy rains. Some areas, especially in the mountains of the Ilocos Norte, could see upwards of 300 to 400 total millimeters of precipitation. So naturally, this is going to bring that threat of flooding when you talk about that orographic lifting, creating into those mountainous areas, and the rain total is definitely going to add up there. Eventually, this storm system is going to move off towards northwest, even impact the coast of Taiwan. Maybe as a Cat 1 or Cat 2 typhoon, according to some of the latest guidance. Normally, we're talking about Taiwan, though. The main issue is going to be that rainfall threat with those mountains across that area.
What's up, guys? I got to give you an update on my experience here trying to find a home base. I'm trying to find a place to live in the Dumaguete area. Not right in Dumaguete City. I kind of like the Valencia area. But here's the deal, guys. If you are thinking of coming to this area to check it out and maybe get a setup here like so many foreigners do, here's the challenge. The first thing is figuring out what area you like. Valencia, Bacong, Dawan, or Dumaguete City. And once you start looking around, for me, I find it to be only a few sections that I feel are going to be a good fit for me, that are in a good location, like proximity to things, how much traffic is right in that area, how loud that area is. When you're looking at all the rental properties, some of them are complexes like apartments, some of them are homes. And I am realizing after 2.5 weeks that there is a lot of crappy rentals that I think most foreigners are not interested in. And when you're looking on Facebook Marketplace, they stay up for rent for quite a while. The good ones, however, and there are good ones, there are good places to live. The good ones are gone within minutes, or people are on waiting lists for the good ones. That's kind of how it works here. And I've already had it happen twice where I didn't even get to see it, but it seemed pretty good. And by the time I got to go and look at it, someone had already scooped it up. Like, they go that quick, they're gone. It's kind of a talking point around here.
Make sure you stay tuned for the Every Couple Has a Story segment coming up shortly, as I give the story how one of our popular vlogger couples have met and some of the details of their relationship. That will be followed by the Expat Lightning Round, where I cover a few interesting short clips from Expat Vloggers, and these will both happen right after the main content of this video. And now, it's time for the Video of the Week. This is where I give you a summarized version of one of the best videos I came across in the entire week. So let's take a look.
My name is Glen. I'm 61 years old. I was born in La Union, San Fernando. I'm looking for my father.
Mr. Glen Olino had seen one of our online videos and reached out to the Leah and Blair slog. And as myself and Leah May had only just moved to Olongapo, we went round to see Glen. He had insisted in feeding our whole family, and he put on a great spread for us. And yes, Filipinos are well known for their kind hospitality. But this gentle giant of a man was about to tell us a heartbreaking story. There was an air base in La Union.
Yes. I never been there,
Right.
but I know we have a base there, also in Baguio.
Right.
So
What year was this?
I born in 1963. Maybe my father is there 1962 to 63, like that. Maybe he's stationed there, or just I think he's an Air Force. I don't know if the relation of my mom is, one night stand like that. She died at age of 36. She becomes alcoholic. No, sir. I'm only in second year high school. I'm not finished second year high school because my mother died early age. She died at 36 years old. So she's the one to provide my allowance before, like that. And then, so I have to work because she already passed away. I have to work as a stevedoring in military base.
From what age did you start working?
17.
17.
Yes. I think my mom died. I'm 16, right? That 17, 16.
You got a job at the U.S. Naval Base?
Stevedoring.
Stevedoring.
When the ship arrived, we're the one to clean the ship or the paint the ship,
Right.
like that.
Can you remember what the salary was back then?
14 pesos
Per.
day.
How old are you now?
I'm 61, running 62.
Do you think that your father's still alive?
I wish, because I just want to see his face. And then I want to ask him if he really knows he have a son. Because I'm also a man. If I have a son, if I know I have a son at my girlfriend, I have to let him know that I love her. So I just want to know and ask him, you know that you have me? Or, some military is just one night stand.
Glen would go on to tell us what it feels like growing up without his father. And it's always so easy for one of us to comment and say, why would you be looking for your father? He doesn't love you. Your mother never said anything to you that could give you any clues, any information about your father?
No.
So it was probably not a long relationship that she had with your father.
Yeah, I think maybe she worked at the beer garden as a waitress. That's all I know.
She passed away at 36?
36 years old.
Of natural or something, an accident?
No. She became an alcoholic. He have a kidney failure and then heart
trouble.
Yes.
So from your teenage years, it was very tough for you.
Yes.
You didn't know your father.
Yes.
Your mother had passed away. You needed to work. You needed to find a job to bring in some money.
Yes, to survive.
You were working at the base, stevedoring, 14 pesos per day.
Yes.
2 daughters yourself now. How old are they?
It's 28 and 29.
And you're married, so you know what it's like to have been a father and to raise your children.
Yes. Sometimes, sir, I have to tell you this. Sometimes when I'm alone, when I age of 25, 26, it's difficult. I didn't know my tears already falling. When I'm alone and then I'm drinking, I'm still hoping for my father. And then I can find him. And then my tears is falling always when I'm thinking of my father. Even I saw his picture. It's okay.
You don't know what your father looks like? There's never been any photographs or any pictures, no letters?
No. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to. Why my half of my life is half of my. It's hard. I can explain. It's hard for me until now. I'm emotional when I'm talking like that.
Would you be happy getting to know cousins from the DNA matches when they come back?
I love to know the side of my father, my bloodline. I want to know if I have a sister with my father or brother with my father or cousin or the relative of father's side. I love to, because I'm alone. I'm an only son of my mother, and then I have a half sister. We just two of us. I love to know if I have a cousin or brother or sister with my father. Or my father is still alive right now. I think he's already more than 80 years old. I wish he's still alive, so I can see his face and I can compare my face with him.
And this is what all of the fatherless Amerasians from Olongapo are looking for. Their true identity, who they are, where they came from, and who is their father. So you came last week for the DNA test with some other Amerasians that were there, and now you've joined the Amerasian group as well.
Yes, sir.
So you've got a support group now of other Amerasians who
Yes.
have grown up in the same situation as yourself. So there's other people that you can share your story with.
Waiting this for a long time to have someone, you, Sir Blair and Ma'am Leia, to help me to find my father. If not succeed right now, maybe in your body in America, can
Caleb, the genealogist.
the
Me.
genealogist, because it's very important to me to find out who am I and then who's my father is, just to see his face, even though picture. But I wish he's still alive right now. I know he's more than 80 years old right now, and then I can ask him if he's still alive. Did you know you have a son in Philippines?
Whoa! Father Max! Yes! His name was Glen, and we had taken his ancestry DNA test last month.
Oh my God, it's
Far
Father
out!
Max.
Wow! You don't know what your father looks like? There's never been any photographs or any pictures, no letters?
No. So it's hard for me.
Is he still alive?
Help me to find my father.
This is an incredible lost and found story. Glen is nearly 62 years old. He's never known who his true biological father was. After watching one of our videos on YouTube, he decided to reach out to us and ask for our help to see if we could try and track down his father. Sadly, Glen's mother passed away at the age of 36. Glen is desperate for closure. We're about to give him the biggest surprise of his life.
Oh my God. Is he still alive?
This is an incredible lost and found story. Glen is nearly 62 years old. He's never known who his true biological father was. After watching one of our videos on YouTube, he decided to reach out to us and ask for our help to see if we could try and track down his father. Sadly, Glen's mother passed away at the age of 36. Glen is desperate for closure. We're about to give him the biggest surprise of his life. your last interview, we put up your video and we had so many people reaching out to us saying, you know, we're wishing Glen all of the best. So today, that's why I wanted to do another video with you, just so we can update people who are watching.
Yes.
So it was nice to take you out to lunch and to find out how you've been.
Thank you for treating us.
We've had many DNA results come back recently, and the fathers passed away in their 70s.
Yes.
And your DNA is due to come back in about 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
But there was a problem with your DNA that we haven't told you about. For some reason, your batch of DNA was processed out of sync. Instead of waiting until mid-September, your DNA results are back and we have a father match. We found your father.
Nakita yung tatay ko. Nakita na nila yung tatay ko. Sorry.
No.
Because I wish this a long time ago.
You told us that at lunch that your daughter had a dream that
Yeah, before I met you guys.
just before you met us.
Yes.
For some reason, your DNA results were processed much quicker than anyone else's, and it should be 2 or 3 weeks from now. There was an exact father match. So at some point, your father had done a DNA test and his results were up on Ancestry. So when we got your DNA result back, it's coming up with a match, with a father match.
Yes.
Not cousins, but actually your father is on Ancestry DNA. And also, Glen, you have 2 half-sisters. Glen's missing link had just been revealed. Incredibly, we had received a father-son match through Ancestry DNA, and Glen was in utter shock.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mom Blair and Sarah Blair. It's hard for me. I'm sorry. It's tears because I'm very happy.
No. This is great noise. These are tears of joy,
I'm
Glen.
very happy.
Let it out. It's fine. It's okay. Do you want to know his name?
Yes, sir, please.
His name is Vernon. 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 Vernon Simpson.
Yes, I recognize. They say I told you that's his last name is Simpson, right?
Simpson. Vernon Simpson.
And because they told me before, my aunt David Simpson.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So they had the last name correct.
Thank you, Lord.
Now, we only just got the results back a couple of days ago.
Thank you, sir.
And we messaged...
I know that when I find Ma'am Leia Facebook. Oh, God. Sorry.
So...
Because I'm already 61 to running 62. I love that to happen. I wish that to the Lord that even though, but I have my feelings, he is still alive.
He's still alive.
Yes.
And you have 2 half-sisters.
Yes. I love to see his picture.
After we got the Ancestry DNA result back, we reached out to the family. Luckily for Glen, they wanted to get to know him. This was awesome. They sent us a letter for Glen and also a couple of pictures of Glen's father. We couldn't wait to show him. I have something for you. I have a letter from your father for you.
Sorry.
Would you like to read it?
Yes. Yes. Ma, nakita ko.
Glen opened the letter with shaking hands. And then Glen, ever so gently, put his glasses on to read the letter. Dear Glen, my name is Vernon. According to Ancestry DNA results, I am your father. I would like to share some information about myself. I am 81 years old. I served in the Air Force and was in the Philippines from July 1962 through September 1963 at Wallace Air Station. After getting discharged from the Air Force, I worked in the coal mines for 40 years. I married in 1968 and have 2 daughters, aged 54 and 56. Their mother died in 2010 from cancer, and I remarried in 2017. I enjoy playing golf and putting in gardens and riding my Harley-Davidson lowrider. My health is in reasonably good condition. I have had heart surgery and wear a pacemaker and have some other health issues. Some things that I would like to know about you are, how is your family doing and how is your health? Do you still work or are you retired? And what did you work at? What are some of the hobbies and things you like to do? Where do you live? Do you have grandchildren? Vernon.
I pray this to God.
How do you feel?
I'm happy, very happy. I'm very happy because this letter I know from him. I'm shocked.
Can you believe it? Your DNA has come back way earlier than anyone else's for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
We didn't pay them to speed it up.
Yeah.
And he's alive. Your father is alive.
Yeah.
He's 81.
Yeah.
We found him.
Yeah.
We found him through an ancestry DNA test.
Thank you, sir.
People were commenting saying, why are you looking for him? He will have passed away a long time ago at 60, nearly 62. He's
sir,
alive.
I have, sir, in my heart that he is still alive. His granddaughter, my younger daughter, before I met you, she told me I got dream Papa with my grandfather. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So I tell you earlier.
Unbelievable. You've been waiting for this moment for 60 years.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about yourself, who your father was, what he looks like, and here you are reading a letter
from him.
Remember this date for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
What's today's date?
Yeah. I'm 26 of August.
26th of August.
This very memorable.
4 p.m. 26th
I'm
of
gonna
August.
tell my daughter. I want you guys with me when I meet my father in video.
Sure.
I want you guys because you're the ones who do this happen. I'm very thankful for you, Ma'am Blair and Sir Blair. At least I'm complete right now.
And that's all Glen had ever wanted, to know his true self, to know his true identity. Where did he come from?
Sorry, I'm very emotional when I talk
It's
to my
understandable.
I talk to my father. I'm very emotional. Yeah, I'm not blaming him because,
he didn't know.
He didn't know because I'm telling you from your interview. Sometimes when I'm drinking, when I'm younger age, I didn't know my tears is falling already because I want to know who's my father.
Glen didn't know I had photos of his father. Now, I also have something else for you. You've read the letter from your father.
Yes.
But why can't I show you a photo of your father?
Yes.
Would you like to see a photo?
I love to.
So, when your father found out that he had a son in the Philippines,
Yes.
quite an old son, 61.
Yes.
The father found out he had
the oldest.
a 61-year-old son in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He's overjoyed. He's written Glen a lovely letter, and also he sent us some pictures to give to you. Could you imagine how excited Glen would be feeling inside, seeing a picture of his father for the very first time? This was a moment I don't think Glen was ever going to forget in his life. This was a picture of Vernon in his early 20s, in his military uniform.
Ma, he's good looking.
Come on in, Ma.
My eyes. Not nose.
Ang gwapo ko.
Yeah. I can see his eyes.
Exactly. The eyes are exactly like yours.
My eyes. Not nose, because my nose is big. With my mother.
You're staring at a picture of the man that you never thought.
And before, when I was younger, when I smile, I do like that chin,
Glen's wife had joined him on the bench to take a look at his father. She knew better than anyone the pain that Glen had endured through the decades. He was holding on to something special, and he put it close to his heart. And of course, little did Glen know there was more to come.
I'm very happy. My tears of joy.
You've got a photograph of your
Yeah.
father when he was serving. Now
Yeah.
you know what he looked like as a young man.
Yeah.
You've-
In my heart, I know you're still alive. Because your granddaughter, before I met Ma'am Leia and Sir Blair, she got a dream. I dream with my grandfather. In Tagalog, nanaginip ako, Papa, with my lolo, my father. Because they know I'm looking for you for a long time ago. When they're younger, they ask, who's my lolo? Your lolo is in America.
There was a second surprise picture for Glen. That's a picture of your father when he was young.
Yeah.
But that's not all today. We've also got a photograph of your father from a couple of weeks ago. So
Yes.
we've now got a picture. I'm now going to show you a photograph
Yes.
of your father as he is now. I'm going to show you a picture now of your father as he
Yes.
is now at 81 years old.
Yes, I
Would
love
you like to see it?
Yes, I love to.
I'm sure you
I
would.
just want-
One more.
Yes.
So this was him when he was serving, and now here's a picture of your father now. And he rides
Harley Davidson.
He rides a Harley Davidson at 81 years old. Glen's wife raced over to take a look. And there he was, Vernon Simpson, the man who had been told he had a son in the Philippines and immediately wrote a letter and sent these pictures.
Punta natin yung
And then we have the same mustache. The ear.
Yeah,
The ear.
yeah.
Yeah, the ear.
And there they stood, husband and wife, staring at Glen's father. They just couldn't believe it. After all of this time, Glen Olino finally had closure.
And now for our Every Couple Has a Story segment. Let's see what we have in store for this week's vlogger couple.
Which leads into the next question. How is your new relationship doing? I think that's the reason why we're so happy. The new relationship is going really well. I think we've worked out the kinks in the relationship, like the few things that everybody has at the beginning of a relationship that are a little bit tough. We learn to merge two lives into one life.
Yeah, I want to know how it is for you.
No,
You
it's-
have to answer. Yeah, that's
No,
a
it's
question for you.
it's really nice. I'm very happy in this relationship, and I hope you're happy.
I hope you're. I am very happy.
I think we both found ourselves at the right time in our lives. No,
No, yes, we have. It's giving me killing moments.
killing moments.
Yeah.
We both were searching for somebody special, and we both found somebody special.
Aww. We say things like this to each other, but it still gives me killing every time you show it or you say it in my face.
the relationship questions, and it's the girlfriend questions that I've been getting. So let's go to the very first question that I've been asked this so many times. How did you and Gray meet?
You answer it. Answer it.
So Gray and I actually met online. We started talking to each other online. This was, I think, a few weeks after Nelly and I broke up. We started chatting online, and we didn't actually meet for a very long time. We were just like, I guess, online friends. We were chatting on WhatsApp a lot. We were chatting a lot about shared interests and hobbies and that kind of stuff. And then I went on that long road trip on the motorcycle to Siargao. And during this whole road trip, I was chatting with Gray. And when I was in Legazpi City, I finally had the courage to ask her to come and join me on the trip. So she came out to Legazpi, and that's where we met the first time face to face.
To be fair, you asked everyone to join you on that road trip. But during that time, you actually posted an Instagram story asking who wants to join you on a road trip to Siargao.
Oh, really? I can't even remember that anymore.
I remember that. So to me, it was kind of maybe it just needs a companion or a friend to go with on the road trips, and I didn't think much of it. And I actually had no idea that I had no idea that he's a public figure, or public figure, is that an appropriate term, or that he vlogs, or that he has a fan base. I had no idea until the day that we met.
After us chatting for so long, it was kind of awkward. I was like, hey, like before you come out, there's this one thing that I need to tell you.
You have to know. He said, there's something you have to know, as it might affect you as well during the trip.
Yeah. And also,
I said, are you married? Do you have kids? Is that? And I said, as long as it's not that, then it's okay.
Yeah. And at that time, the breakup also wasn't public yet. Nelly and I had been broken up already for more than a month, I think. And it's way more than a month. It's almost 2 months. Time flies. It was after the breakup, but we hadn't published the breakup publicly yet. So it was all very awkward. But Gray joined me on the trip from Legazpi City onwards, and I guess that's where we fell in love. On a motorcycle. When is your monthsversary? 21st. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
21st.
21st. Well, it depends. Like when we first met or when we started dating.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between when we first met and when we first dated. We first met, but only later we started dating. So, yeah.
It took we first were talking on the phone, and then we met, and then even after we met, even after Siargao, we weren't exclusive. We were seeing each other, we were dating, but it took a few more months before we decided we want to be exclusive. And we both knew how complicated the relationship could be, especially with the fact that Mike was in a long-term relationship, and people know him. Everyone knows Nelly as well, of course. So we were both still taking a step back. We just had 1 foot in the water. One foot. I'm sorry. We both had 1 foot in the water. But when we did decided to go exclusive, we both knew that it was not going to be easy. And the first few months of the relationship, of course, has not been very easy. Some people didn't think about how it was for me, what my thought process was before I entered a relationship with someone who's been with someone else long term. People just thought about, because I came into the picture, that there was a third party, that I ruined a 14-year relationship. But I feel like nobody thought of how it would be for me going with someone who has been with someone else for a very long time. And there were several times that I would literally just cry in the shower, because I'm not used to people saying those kinds of words to me. I've always been a people pleaser. And I think that relates to what you were saying, caring about what other people say about you. And I always cared about what other people said about me. And being judged that way always made me cry before going to bed, while I was in the shower. At times I would get in tears with you. I'd tell you, I read a comment and this is what that comment says. I would even ask you, did I ruin your relationship? Was I the reason? But what people don't know or don't realize is that the relationship was long over. And I feel like people have been so unfair to me in that way. Okay, I'll read the next one for you. What is your favorite thing about Gray?
She is so loving and caring. She always says her love language are acts of service. And I said it before in the vlog, I've never felt this loved, and I've never felt this taken care of and protected emotionally. And she just makes me so happy every day.
Let's finish up this week with the Expat Lightning Round. Where I quickly cover interesting clips from expat-related channels.
What's going on, everybody? So you guys are privy to this video if you've watched one of the first few that watched this video, but a lot of people from the Discord already knows what's going on. By the time you watch this video, there's guys out there probably coming up with little troll ideas or thoughts that, oh my God, Michael's gone, thank God. But that's the purpose of what I'm doing here. The purpose I'm doing here is pretty much trying to show you guys that, unfortunately, most of these vloggers can't do what I'm doing. Most vloggers need their channel to survive. This is just chump change. But what I'm trying to do in purpose here is because I know by now that there's a lot of guys within the next few weeks that are wondering what happened because they don't have access to this channel. Now, I know for a fact there's some trolls watching this channel already, and that's perfectly fine. How are you guys doing? But see, the purpose to be able to make sure to let you guys know is that the Philippines is an amazing country. What I really want to do is we're going to start this channel afresh. That's the purpose of this. Same content, but we're going to do more reactions. Because the goal really here is to be able to help people navigate themselves, whether they're planning to move to the Philippines, or maybe they're hoping to meet a Filipina, take them back home to their country. That is the primary goal, is to help people get the right information. But at the very same time is for the purpose of taking the channel down, I did it on purpose. And at the same time is the moment I did it, I also let my boys in the Discord know what's going on.
So that will do it for this edition of Expat News. If you're interested in seeing travel-related videos that often include places and life and beauty of the Philippines, then please check out my other channel, Life Across the Sea, where I cover faraway places, people, and culture. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notifications button so you can be notified of future videos once they're available. I'm always interested in your thoughts on these expat news and other videos, so please let me know in the comments section your thoughts of this edition. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.